Hello everyone, we're back here today for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're not going to be doing gameplay for once. I know we've been doing a ton of gameplay videos, but we do have some brand new exciting news, which I'm assuming most of the stuff is part 2 related, which we should be getting here in I'd say like 4 days. I'm assuming we'll get all this stuff, 4 or 5 days, because it's usually around like the 14th when we get the new banners, and then obviously the content drops a day or two before the banners, so it could be anywhere from the 12th up until maybe the 14th we get all this stuff. But obviously shout outs to Dokkan for all this info and just like posting it constantly. Very good source if you just want to keep up to date with all the stuff that gets like leaked and shown off, like keeping up to date. So definitely go follow him on Twitter. So first of all, pretty normal stuff here. We do have the new interim Dragon Ball history stage, which I think is pretty expected. I'm assuming this is going to be all the Universe 7 warriors, and then we could get one maybe in part 3, which is like all the Universe 11 warriors, or maybe just like the biggest fights in this year, like the biggest enemies, so like a full power Jiren and a Kefla, a God Topo, something like that. And then there's also the announcement of new gods coming to the God of Destruction event in addition to that. Also as well, we get to see some awakenings here, so we get to see the TUR arts for both the Roshi and Tien, and the 18 in Krillin. Obviously look really good. I actually kind of prefer this art for the Krillin and 18, it's just like kind of wholesome, but they still do look pretty nice. This Roshi like pose right here underneath Tien looks sick. We also have the awakening finally for this, if you want some loader, there we go, for that free to play UI Goku that came out like a long time ago. I think it was with UI Goku when this guy came out. I'm pretty sure it was that long ago, and they're finally giving him his awakening. His art looks really cool. I like how they sort of went from him being like back facing thing to like forward facing, even though he never actually has his shirt off when he goes Omen. It's still sort of a cool thing, because UI Goku's SSR, like the int one, which we'll talk about in a second here, is his SSR, sorry, he has his shirt off, but then his TUR, he gets his shirt back. It's like really weird. And then also the sort of unveiling, I guess, of this new memory, which is when, I'm pretty sure this is when 18, there's like 17's falling out of bounds, and then 18 jumps down and kicks him back up on stage, sacrificing herself. So that could maybe be an interesting sort of one that relies on you being close to death, and then gives you like a big buff or something. We'll definitely see. But nothing too like big or exciting, I guess, when it comes to these guys. Obviously it's just cool to see their arts and stuff, but no real solid info here. But as we get to scroll up a little bit, here is the big news, I guess. It's massive news actually, and we're getting the first ever Dokkan Festival exclusive EZA in one of these celebrations. And not only that, it's the first ever category lead EZA, skipping past, I believe, 6 other category EZAs because we only have 4, I believe, at the moment, which is Inkudbu, Tech Broly, Janemba, and am I missing one more? Or that might actually just be it. But we still have a ton of EZAs, and I was thinking they might do a Dokkan Fest exclusive one in this celebration, but I was thinking Super Saiyan 4s, because they are kind of related to the theme and they fit on Goku's new category and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, that seems maybe likely, or if not that, maybe like Kefla. But I definitely did not see them just being like, oh yeah, first category lead, skip 7 or whatever it is of the 120s and go straight into the categories, and especially one as exciting as UI Goku is really, really cool, especially because, as you guys can see here, we can basically go over the details because they're pretty simple and easy to understand. First of all, his latest skill is now Realm of Gods 160 in Ki plus 3, so he's now, I think, the definitive best Realm of Gods leader for the Saiyan team, and that's just like amazing because of how good Realm of Gods is. I guess that's why they didn't make UI Goku the leader of Realm of Gods, the AGL one, because they were saving it for this guy's AZA. He's a passive now, I believe, used to be 100% attack and defense just in general, but now it's gone up to 150%. And then he has his transformation, obviously below 50% HP. I'm surprised they didn't give him any key or anything, but they could also just be showing them a snippet of his passive. But it could also just be his full passive. It makes sense, I guess, because of his giant stat boost he's going to get. And his super attack is now raises attack and defense for 1 turn on super, which is obviously really good, in combination with his new stat buff that he's going to be getting. So that opens up a bunch of doors of possibilities. And as you can see here, Goresh from translating this already, obviously shout out to Goresh. And then yeah, the 60th anniversary is looking so much better now, because last year we didn't even have a proper EZA that dropped stones. So this is a huge improvement. And not only that, we're getting a brand new sort of EZA that we've never seen before in a category leader, and just super exciting stuff. Because this is not only for those whales, but this definitely is just for everybody. And if you guys didn't know, the UI Goku and the Evolution Blue Vegeta got their awakenings at the same time. So Dokkan here is theorizing that we could be getting this guy, and I think it's a high likelihood we either see these guys EZA together in part 2, or maybe we see this guy in part 3 and UI Goku in part 2. I think this Vegeta is going to be way better when he gets his EZA, mainly because we already have a really good UI Goku, while we don't have an amazingly overpowering tournament of power Blue Vegeta other than the LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. So this guy would be a great linking buddy and just great overall with the new one, and he would be really, really good to see. So this is really exciting. It means a lot of things for the game. Obviously we have the stats here. If you guys really care about stats, obviously they're important, but just know that they're high basically, because over 20k it's just a lot. It's a lot, but obviously super exciting stuff. We're definitely going to be trying him out and using him. I actually need to check if I have him awakened on either of my JP accounts. I probably don't, but I will try to get that to you guys, and I'm super excited. I don't know what this means though for the future. This could imply that they could be mixing in category leaders as well as 120% leaders. So we could actually skip a few 120% leaders for now and move sort of into some half category, half 120%. Maybe for every 2 120 leaders we get a category leader, or maybe just they're going to save categories for big celebrations. So Saiyan Day will get a category leader in Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's EZA or something, and then worldwide we'll get I don't know, I can't even think of there's so many category leaders that this opens so many new possibilities, and it's going to be really exciting. So definitely let me know what you guys think of all this new info. It's mainly stuff to do with cards, which I think is really cool, because usually when we get info it's events and stones and stuff like that, but it's cool to be excited about some free to play, because I would consider this guy free to play for how long it's been out. Options, I guess, for people to mess around with and have fun during the anniversary, as well as some additional stones. So definitely be on the lookout for this officially dropping in the info in game. We'll see that in a few days, as I said before. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, obviously leave a like, and catch you guys in the next one. See you.